Well, hello there, book friends. I am back.
Back from the dead.
You can tell I had a mental breakdown because my hair is now a different colour and I am wearing a neon dinosaur shirt. So that tells you a lot about where I have been for the last like 5, 4, who knows how many months. But we are back with a TBR, which means that I am clearly back in the state to make videos. Now, I am changing how I do my TBRs though, because they were overly complicated and not that much fun. I've been inspired by a quote from Becca in the books, which is, she said that she wanted every month to feel like a readathon in the way that she had prompts or she had to read certain books. And I was like, I want every month to feel like a readathon, but I'm too lazy to make a board game. What do? I make a jar of prompts. So this is just a jar of prompts for myself. It's also full of glitter, which is so distracting for me as a person. So basically it's just full of prompts. I'm going to pick like 5 every month. Some of them are like, you have to pick up another book. Some of them are very specific. Some of them are a little bit more vague. To be honest, I don't really remember what they are because I did this months ago. There are a few books that I want to get in to this. I have library books, I have Rachel's Patreon read, I have a buddy read. Chain of Gold is coming out this month, which is my most anticipated book of the year, and I am freaking out because it comes out tomorrow and I'm so excited. And then obviously there is a weekend readathon for the Bookie Trials, which I love. Go Team Outlaw, and I will go through what prompts I've got to pick up for that, if I can fit those books in this TBR. If not, I'll just tell you what the books are at the end. So let's roll. So I'm gonna like try and pick one of each colour, I think. Right, we've got a green, which is skull on the cover. Do I have any books with a skull on the cover? Did I really pick myself a prompt that I don't have any books that follow? Because that would be very like me, to be honest.
This took a dark turn immediately.
Which is my vibe. But also, this is a book with tiny writing. Okay, so this is definitely a book with a skull on the cover, so I guess I'm reading Trainspotting. So we're going from, you know, had a mental breakdown, coming back, trying to take it easy, to heroin news. Great. Great. The writing in here is genuinely so goddamn small. Like, I'm gonna have to get the audiobook or something, because that is a lot of squinting for me as a person who squints a lot as it is. The first thing we're reading this month is going to be Trainspotting by Irvine Welsh. This is a book based in Scotland about taking heroin. I have seen the movie for this and that was quite memorable, so I imagine that this is just going to burn itself in to the back of my eyes while I try and sleep even more than the film did, which is going to be an accomplishment, honestly, but I'm looking forward to it. So what are we going to get next? Hopefully a prompt that will give me the ability to read something I actually am already having to read. Right, I've done green, so let's like try pink. Oh, they're together. They love each other. That's nice. Oh, POC character. That's good, because I already have a book that I need to read which fits this prompt. I mean, technically I have more than one, I think. But for this, I'm going to pick Trail of Lightning by Rebecca Rowan Horse. This is Rachel's Patreon book for this month. The author, Rebecca Rowan Horse, is both African American and Native American, and this story focuses on a Navajo monster hunter, and she's trying to help find a missing girl. And I don't really want to know much more about that because I have so little knowledge of Native American culture as someone who is not only clearly white but is British rather than American. So it's never really been part of my stream of consciousness, or I've never been confronted with it, but I am very interested to learn more about it. And I'm so glad my library had it. Like, I was very proud of them. I was like, you go, library. You're more with the times than I am with the times. Right, we've done pink, we've done green. I guess we're going yellow. Oh, I have to pick another book. I have to pick another yellow, and then at the end I'll do like a random one. Friend Peck. Oh, I don't have any friends. I'm gonna go with what Rachel told me to read like months and months ago when I asked her to do my Friend Peck and I didn't actually record. Which is The Curious Instant of the Dog in the Nighttime by Mark Haddon. This is about an autistic boy who sees a curious incident with a dog in the nighttime where a dog gets killed. He tries to solve the mystery. I have read some partway through this before and Jacob was actually like halfway through it, but he put it down, so it's fair game. As someone who has grown up my entire life with all of my close family pretty much being autistic, and as someone who is currently seeking a diagnosis of Asperger's, this is going to be a very interesting ride for me, as I don't think I've ever read a book where the main character is autistic before. I tend to avoid it because it can be quite difficult when they do things which are wrong or I disagree with or I don't think is accurate, because I get quite mad. But like, we'll see. I've heard this is really good, so it should be fine. And when I read it, the bit of it that I did beforehand, I was enjoying it. I know he has a thing for prime numbers and I love prime numbers, so we already have a vibe, you know? That's gonna be my Friend Peck, because I love you, Rachel, and I'm sorry that I didn't film the video before. I have got white left, I think. Let's do that one. I want to read an adult book, which is so annoying because none of the books that I have to read are adult. Do you know what? I'm going to switch two of my prompts. I'm going to be cheeky. Change this as my adult prompt from my POC prompt. And for my POC prompt, I'm going to pick The Red Scrolls of Magic by Cassandra Clare, which is about Magnus and Alec. Magnus being of South American descent. I mean, South American and demon. This is a book that takes place between two of the books in the Mortal Instruments series. I'm really looking forward to it. It's the last book I have to read before I can go on to Chain of Gold, even though technically I don't have to read it to go on to Chain of Gold, but that's just how I do.
Expelling the demons, the Cassandra Clare demons from my soul.
I got +1, so I'm just gonna like shake it and then like pick a random one. Pray for my soul, kids. Pray for my soul. If it's another +1, I'm actually gonna cry. Okay, it's field or grass on the cover. Oh, it helps me. It's a miracle. It would be a Christmas miracle, but it's March. So that helps me with one of my library books, which is Slayers and Vampires, the complete uncensored, unauthorized oral history of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angels by Edward Gross and Mark A. Altman. So this is basically everything that anyone has ever actually said about the Buffy and Angel canon that isn't necessarily in the show. So like most of this book just consists of things that cast members have said. So we have Sarah Michelle Gellar and Eliza Dushku and James Masters, like just things that they have said. So this book is like quite heavy and weighty, but like it's in this format, so it should be fine for me to get through, even though it's over 500 pages. We will just not think about that too hard, with the fact that I'm pretty sure Chain of Gold is really long as well, but be fine. I'm sure that the library will be glad to have this book back, because I've renewed it 6 times now, because it keeps intimidating me. There's grass on the cover at the bottom, like, it's hard to show you. Like here, because she stood in a field. Mr. Pointy, and red leather trousers, because it was the 90s and early 2000s, and that's what people did back then. It sounds horribly uncomfortable, but like a look. So now we're just moving on to the section of, oh my god, I have to read these books, and they didn't fit in my 5-book TBR. So this is not going to be hard at all. This is Frey, so this is the first comic in the comic canon of the Buffy verse outside of the after the show. So this is about a Slayer in the future, and is actually written by Joss, which is, you know, not as frequent as you would think. This is also from the library. Look, my library enables my Buffy obsession, and I'm a fan of that. This will take me like an hour, 2 hours. Like, we good. This will not add to my pain, but it will add to my Goodreads challenge. So then the last section of things that we've got are what I'm going to be reading for the Bookie Trials ReadAthon, weekend ReadAthon at the end of March. So I'm an outlaw, and my prompts that, you know, are prompting my books is that I have to reread one of my favourites, which I'm not going in like the normal way you reread something, which is you just get the same book and you reread it. I'm going to reread City of Bones, but I'm going to reread it in the graphic novel format because I bought these and I haven't read them yet, and I'm really excited to read them. And it is technically rereading because it's the same story that I've already digested. But yeah, these are so beautiful. I actually cannot... I love the art style, and I really can't wait to reread the story in this format. And then the other two things that I've got going on with being an outlaw is I've got to read a book with multiple perspectives, and I've got to read a book with like something natural on the cover, like plants or trees or like wildlife or whatever. So for that I'm gonna finally read Wayward Son. I feel so bad because I like literally got this on the day it came out, and I was like so hyped, and then I just didn't read it because I'm a terrible person, even though I love the first one. So yeah, this has multiple perspectives, and before you like come at me like, where are the plants on this cover? Give me a second. Like, I will rep the plants for you. Is that on the naked book, it is all plants all day. So on this is like one rose. It's like a very pitiful rose, but there is one on there, so I guess that counts. If I don't finish this, then at least there's that, I guess. Let's summarize. So the first thing we're gonna be reading, Red Skulls of Magic. This is 345 pages. The next thing I start is gonna be Trail of Lightning. So I actually finished the Patreon book club thing because this is just for Rachel to roast me now. But like, I did actually take the 5th season out of the library, and then I didn't read it. Also, Chain of Gold is in here. Then Curious Instance of the Dog in the Nighttime. I heard this goes quite quick, which I like. I like books that have a pace to them. Then I'll read The Big Boy. I mean, I might just read this tonight, so this might be the first thing I read. Let's just slot it in at the bottom like a mad lad. And then obviously we'll get to the ReadAthon, so I'll be reading these. And then we have Trainspotting. So this is my month of March. I'm reading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 books. So yeah, if I die, if you don't see me after this video, it's because I'm sat in a corner in my house, like just crying at the fact that I did this to myself. Oh god, I'm choking on my decisions. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, honestly. In the next video that comes out, it will probably be about 30 minutes long because it was 2 hours long before editing, and I will have pink hair because I filmed it months ago and I didn't do anything with it. So, goodbye my book friend. I'm hoping you enjoyed my return, that you're looking forward to seeing me. I don't know how much I'm gonna try and be an attention whore, so I'm just gonna go. Peace. So, there goes my lens cap. Whatever will I do?